from a spiritual standpoint, all energies, frequencies, they fall down from dimensions of inspiration to dimensions of creativity to dimensions of form until it hits actuality. And so the lesson never had to be learned that way, but to the degree that people don't learn the lesson from intimacy, then people attract learning the lesson from without, from the void. So the void plays a key role. The fire plays a key role. Many go through the fire, but it plays a key role in breaking the construct and forging people into a greater clarity of intimacy with all that is. And that's how Abraham could start a legacy in the archetype for monotheism, saying that all are one. And so when we meditate or when we pray, we are realizing that all life, all things are splinters of all source, of what you call the Almighty. And all play a role. They broadcast a frequency. The frequency is either one of attraction or one of repulsion, but all driving you to the same space of true unconditional love. And so it matters not whether an individual or whether a platform is good or evil. It matters not. It only matters that we learn our lesson and realize that everything has a role in the greater schema in order to allow everyone to actualize their expression, the highest form of love, with all that is, so that the world can reach a crescendo of advancement where we are not so primitive and we can reunite together in oneness and appreciate our differences, because we mastered unconditional love. And when we master unconditional love, we realize all are worthy of love because it's unconditional. And that's the nature of all source. That's the nature of the Almighty. In His highest resonance, He loves unconditionally. Doesn't have to. Doesn't need to. Chooses to, because it's His inner frequency. His deepest yearnings is His intimacy, is His love. And each and every aspect of creation is a splinter of source. In other words, monotheism, you're saying there's a singular energy and it got splintered. And where'd everything come from? No, you just chop up the same essence. Some of these splinters are very naive in their development. Other splinters have climbed the ladder of perception and are prepared for true unconditional love. And when they actualize true unconditional love, they realize that the whole ladder was superfluous. All the actualizing was superfluous. Because from the eye of eternity, all are actualized. Next to infinity, it matters not one lifetime or 20 lifetimes, but the resonance of truth eventually will actualize. And so long as I look at it from a fractal perspective of time, past, present, and future, and I'm passing judgment on another, I'm missing the boat in the whole true love concept from eternity. Because from eternity, this whole time matrix, these fractals are a facade. From the perspective of eternity, from the perspective of infinity, which is the nature of all that is, it's a blink in the eye. And if eventually we're going to reunite in eternity as actualized, so that when I meet this individual in the now, the slice of now that I'm in, we are actualized in love down the road, I can still draw his resonance, realize that he's actualized in the future, and treat him with that dignity and love in the now, and help align him in the humility and cadence of his higher self, so that he can recall and draw the energies from his higher self as an actualized, evolved consciousness. For from the eye of eternity, all are actualized. From fractile, and that's the lesson, is graduating back from fractile, polarity-driven perception back into the language of eternity. Is that not the archetype of Adam and Eve eating from the tree of the fruit of good and evil, and then descending in shame of original sin, in taking and ingesting and taking into one's perception the facades of polarities of things, and not seeing that we are all one, and that they couldn't get back into Eden, they couldn't get back into eternity, they released death into the world. Is that not the archetype? That we have to overcome these fractals and these facades and enter back into the unity of all things. For eternity, infinity is a singular variable, collective resonance, but it's singular. And to the degree that I'm stuck in polarities and perception, I'm exiled from those resonances and energies. I can't draw from them, for I'm in judgment and fire. I'm judging actualization in my now. And I'm not aligned with the oneness of all time. I've splintered time itself into past, present, and future. And so I can't draw from future resonance in my now, because the future doesn't exist in my now. So, Abraham, after he was actualized, saw source in all. And that was considered to be the enlightened perception.